Hello everybody and welcome back to Visit FYLDE Coast. I've been a bit tardy this week, haven't I? Because after my week off I've been very pushed for time, but I'm back now and I'm hoping that it's stopped raining. You can see all the grey clouds. And I thought for this morning we would go for a walk on the beach. So come and join me for a walk along Rossall beach at Cleveleys, and we'll see what we can find. But don't forget to make sure that you've subscribed to the Visit FYLDE Coast YouTube channel. Make sure that you've signed up for our email newsletter. You'll find the links in the description underneath the video. Come with me and we'll see what we can find. I don't know whether you can hear it over the sound of the seagulls yapping, but there's a tiny little boat out there, a little fishing boat just going out to sea, and it's ever so loud. Can you hear that kind of background mechanical noise? That's that little tiny boat. And you can just see the sun glinting on the boat sheds at Barrow there, look, and the grey blob in the distance is the hills of the Lake District and kind of Cumbria area. So it's been a bit foul this week. I can't say any other than that. It's a nice plank here for somebody that wants a plank. I can't say any other than that. It's been right rotten, the weather. It's rained and rained and rained and rained. In fact, on Wednesday, I asked Chrissy if she wanted the heating on. It was so cold. So you can tell how bad it's been. It's been enough to paralyse you. Well, not relative to winter, obviously, but to say that it's supposed to be August and it's supposed to be the summer holidays, it's been parky, as we would say in South Yorkshire. But nonetheless, it's warmed up, the wind's dropped, so we can't complain, can we? We'll go for a little total round. You can see the kids in the sea, and the wild swimmers have been out this morning. So I thought it was a nice time to just go for a little total on the beach. This green stuff that you can see washed up, this is seaweed. There's so many different types of seaweed. I'm not up on seaweed, I must admit, but I do know that, if I'm not mistaken, is sea lettuce. And I think that's some kind of rack. The little bubbles are the air sacs that help it to float. And you can see where the seaweed and the algae has got trapped on the rocks as the tide's gone out. And it's fascinating to see what does come up. We did a beach clean on Monday morning, a community beach clean, and the weather was foul. It was so cold. We'd all got waterproof trousers on, coats, etc., and we were still frozen. But it doesn't half wash some interesting stuff up. We found part of a plastic spine. Yes, you heard that right, a spine presumably off an anatomical model, although how on earth that had got onto the beach, I have absolutely no idea. And we also had the misfortune of seeing a beautiful harbour porpoise dead and washed up on the beach. And it looked perfect on the side where I saw it. And then when some of my beach cleaning friends turned it over, it had got propeller marks on the other side where it had obviously been whacked by a boat. Now I've come down here to walk on this section of beach because it's a lot easier on your legs. And I do find as I'm getting elderly that walking on the larger pebbles up here, up in the higher reaches of the beach, it's murder on your hips. But this is also where you'll find sea glass. So I'll keep my eyes peeled and we'll see whether or not we can find some sea glass, and if we do, I'll show you what you're looking for, because it's this fine gravelly stuff where you generally tend to see it. Aye, we've got a visitor here. Hello, doggy. Hello, doggy. Oh, have you come for a tickle? Do you want to say hello? Say hello. Hello, doggy. It's this fine stuff where you see the sea glass. I don't know why, but it seems to, that's a clip, look. It seems to catch it in the, it's almost like the sea sieves it. and it sort of catches it in the fine shingle. So if you're particularly into sea glass, that's where you need to be looking. And there's not as much shingle today as there normally is. It changes so much day by day, and look how much that beach has scoured out against that wall. That is quite a marked change. We'll walk a little bit further up because there's not a right lot to see down here. Ooh, rewind, nick. I've just seen one. That's the green one. There you go, look. That's our first treasure for today. I popped that one in my pocket. I've got a recycled plastic bag in my pocket for the collection of all things interesting. Because it's amazing what you find washed up on the beach after some windy weather. And of course this is what's known as the strand line, for the simple obvious reason that this is where things get stranded. So you can see all the black clouds. It's very close, it's almost like a storm. And I'm filming this on Friday afternoon, and I think it's the 20th of August today. You can see Blackpool Tower in the distance. It's very clear. You can see Blackpool Tower in the distance up there, and the metal thing that you can see centre shot is Mary's Shell, and of course just at the back of it is North Pier. So you can see how close we are to Blackpool, and if I just turn around you can still hear that boat. Well, I can. Oh, it's there, look. There's one there. They're just coming back in from the fishing. So there's one there, and there's another one that is perhaps a little bit distinct behind that couple with the dog. But when it's clear like this, you get such a lovely view looking across. That's Morecambe Bay. So you're looking across Morecambe Bay to the shipyards at Barrow and Walney Island and all the bottom of the Lake District. So it all looks very close by, and would take you ages to get there, especially by road. So let's carry on walking. Come back on Sunday, and I'm going to do another little walk on the main section of beach at Cleveleys, which is the section near Mary's Shell and the artworks. So I'll put that online on Sunday for our weekend, your weekend viewing, fresh from the beach. Because apparently this weekend it's going to be a little bit poor, wouldn't you know, with perfect timing. It's supposed to be going to rain, but we'll see whether or not it does when the weekend gets here. Lots of big seagull feathers as well in the strand line, like this, look. And all these little bits of rope are from boats and fishing. There's loads of little bits of rope. In fact, rewind, nick, that white thing fastened to that piece of rope is a piece of toilet wipe. And when it says on the packet that they're flushable, you might be able to flush them down the toilet, but they don't actually break up. So that's why you're asked not to. There's some more rope here, look, some blue rope. And this is all cast off fishing boats. And when they get things stuck or caught or, well, just got a bit of spare, they just cut it off and whack it over the edge, which is not really fair, is it? Somebody's obviously gone paddling or swimming, left the stuff on the beach a minute, and we're back onto the soft pebbles here that are murder on your hips when you get to my age. And it's ages since we did a walk from the beach, so I thought we'd take advantage of a warmer and still afternoon, because even though it looks quite overcast, it's actually quite warm. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's just nice to get outside after all that rain we've had this week. It's rained and rained and rained. Seagulls are telling us a tale. Not quite sure what tale, but... So we're also doing a project as well with the Rossall Beach group to try and work out and quantify how much litter there is washing up on the beach, on the strand line. So when we get a little bit further up, I'll show you, there's a yellow mark on the sea wall, and we're asking people not to pick litter up between the yellow marks, and it's being recorded and logged on a monthly basis as part of a research project with coast watchers and a student called Joseph from Lancaster University. Goodness, this is banked up. There's another stack of groin underneath this section of beach here. You can just see the yellow mark actually on the wall. I'll just zoom in and then it's a bit clearer. Can you see it there? Just underneath the life ring in centre shot. So from there, along this section of beach, to just about there, where there's another one, there's another yellow marker, is where we're asking people not to pick litter up. So it's not that big a piece. And then we'll be able to share with you the results of the research, because we're trying to find out where the litter's coming from and whether or not the beach structures, the groins and things like that, are affecting how things wash up and how things are deposited. Oh, it smells like swimming baths. That's strange. It's a really strong smell, like swimming baths. Goodness, that's unusual. And these are the tractors that take the little boats out. And you can see the trailers there at the side of the steps. So the fishing club take the... Look, they're coming back in for them. The fishing club take the little boats out with the tractors, do the fishing, and then when they come back in, they use the tractors to bring the boats back. So this is the northern section of beach at Cleveleys. If you've not seen any of these beach walks before, and Cleveleys promenade continues in a straight line, straight in front of us, up to the boundary with Blackpool, and then up there carries on at Anchor Zone, which is when you know that you've got to Blackpool. And you can see Mary's Shell more clearly now, straight in front. Let's have a look and see if we can see any more sea glass. We've got back up to another pebbly bit, another shingly bit. It's this fine shingle that you usually find more of it. Doesn't seem to be as much about today. It's usually quite a lot. Oh, there's one. That's a nice one. There's a little green one here. It's a little green one. It's a little green one. There's not much else. It's odd. I think it must have washed up somewhere else today. So this is the Seafront Cafe. Mary's Shell. And there are other pieces of artwork along the seafront at Cleveleys. So come back tomorrow and you'll be able to have a look at the next part of this stroll along the seafront at Cleveleys. And we'll continue walking southwards along the beach in the direction of Central Cleveleys. Don't forget to make sure that you've subscribed to Visit FYLDE Coast. Don't forget to make sure that you signed up for our weekly email newsletter as well. The link's in the description underneath this video. It's always full of lots of interesting stuff to do and events and all kinds of great things. So you'll have a lovely day now, even if it does rain, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.